Do you think it's harder to get commitment today and like real investment?
I'd say so.
Yeah,
Yeah. What makes you say
I
go
feel
on?
like just dating in general is harder these days.
Yeah.
Like there's so much like choice for people, I guess, like with social media and like the
dating
apps and
app.
that. I just find it so hard, and it's kind of like easier for people to cheat, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And in that case, like that can give like trust issues as well.
Yeah.
People
Yeah,
have
very
become
true.
more accessible to each other.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
But what I would say though, that's generally more the case for women than for men. And what I mean
Okay.
is that it's the whole access, which is true. It's only a very small percentage of men who actually have a lot of access.
Okay.
Who actually get a lot of access. So like what I mean is this, right? Like, have you heard of something called the Pareto principle?
No.
Pareto principle. So basically it's the 80-20 rule, right? So basically means where 20% of mass is responsible for 80% of production. So what I mean is this. 20% of cities in the world hold 80% of the world's population.
Right.
20% of authors are responsible for 80% of books sold. 20% of actors get 80% of the jobs. That's why we see the same actors do all the roles,
so true.
right?
That is so true.
Yeah.
I get very frustrated with that.
Very true. So when it comes to like dating, and because we do have like global access now, it's about 20% of the guys get about 80% of the opportunity with women.
No.
Most guys actually really struggle. They
Really? That's
100%.
interesting,
That
actually.
is interesting.
Yeah. So like, let me ask you guys, like out of 50 random guys, right? Let's say you maybe slide to your DM, maybe like a photo of yours that you see out and about, may approach you at a bar or at an event. Out of 50 random guys, old, young, fat, slim, all colors, creeds, and backgrounds. Yeah. Out of 50 random guys, how many do you look at that go, I like the look and vibe of you enough that I go on a date with you?
Yeah. Like,
Be honest.
Maybe one.
Yeah.
Maybe one? Maybe one?
Maybe one.
Okay. So let's even be generous. Let's just say less than 5. Right? Most women are like that. Out of 50 random guys who may approach her, take an interest in her, show some level of intention with her, less than 5 would she actually go on a date with and give an opportunity to.
Why is that?
Because women just pick her. Women have higher standards than guys.
Yeah, I guess.
Right?
Yeah.
But the caveat is that the same 1 or 2 guys you would give a chance are the same 1 or 2 guys you would give a chance, that Jessica would give a chance, that Ashley would give a chance, that Ashley would give a chance. So what ends up happening is you get a very small percentage of men dating most of the women, and most of the women getting their experience, most of their dating experience with this small percentage of guys. And most guys really don't get anything. So when you say, like, for example, like, oh, it seems like there's so much access and we can always just have anyone we want, like 100%, but that's only for like the top 15% of guys. Most guys really don't get anything.
And like you say, like, I mean, I am quite picky. Now
I
you
am
said
very
it,
picky.
so
Yeah.
There you go.
I feel like because I've dealt with like such shit relationships, I am more pickier now.
yeah, there
So
are
what are
some
you like
crap
more
like that.
pickier about, would you say?
Just how guys are in general.
Yeah, 100%.
Just like their personalities, like how they portray themselves, like, yeah, I don't know, just everything.
Also, like when you spend time by yourself and being single, you appreciate little things. Like if you've been in a bit of an iffy relationship as well, you kind of appreciate, oh, actually, you know what? I like my own company. I like having the freedom to do this. And that makes, well, for me, it makes me more pickier because I'm like, I want to be careful how I let into this space. Because
Yeah.
I'm happy now.
This is a sacred space.
Yeah, it's like I'm happy now. I'm settled.
I get
So-
you. What is there an element that you actually want to share that space? Is it like, oh, actually, no, I'm happy kind of just riding solo for now?
I am.
I'm definitely
yeah.
happy riding solo for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I think I always like to differentiate. There's a difference between caliber and quality, right? The caliber of a guy and the quality of a guy.
Right.
The caliber refers to like what he is on paper: tall, attractive, successful, influential, status. The quality is his character, right? Who he is as a person, how he treats you, is he considerate of you, all these things.
I think that's more important.
It's like
100%.
my type on paper is not necessarily
Yeah.
what comes your way.
So
Yeah.
this is what I ask you then. Would you rather have a guy who's kind of high caliber but medium to low quality in character, or a guy who's like medium caliber but high quality?
High quality.
High quality.
Definitely.
Yeah, you pick-
you guys will have you're attractive women. You could definitely attract that guy. For sure.
It's like, oh, that's the thing. It's like you said, you can attract the guy, but at the same time, it's like, do I want to attract that guy yet?
Yeah.
It's very true.
So it's like when I'm very much at the moment in the space of when I'm ready, I feel I'll put myself out there a bit more. But until you're ready and until you kind of like, actually, I'm very content. I'm very busy at the moment as well. I
Yeah.
think that plays a massive factor into it. When you get yourself more busy, you've got less time to prioritize that.
Sure.
And I think that plays into it as well.
Yeah. Do you feel like you have to choose between kind of your work and business over a relationship, or like dating a guy potentially?
I don't think you have to choose.
I think you can juggle it.
Yeah, like you
Like
can.
I
You
did
kind of got to
before.
find the right balance.
Yeah.
Go on.
But now I'd probably more full focus on what I'm doing in my life, whereas before I would juggle it because my partner meant a lot to me.
Yeah. Cool.
So, but yeah, now I'm just focused on me. So
Yeah, it's interesting you said that because my last partner, I was sacrificing a few little things here and there because there was only certain days like we could meet up because of what he did and then what I did if I was busy.
Sure.
So then as soon as you kind of feel like, oh, I'm having to sacrifice to make space for you, I think that does play on your mind. It's like it goes from being a balance to being more of a chore. And as soon as that happens, you need to step back and go, okay, why is that?
So as in, was it more of a chore that you were making time for him?
Yeah. He didn't, that's
Interesting.
what kind of was one of the things that made me realize, oof, actually, because I'm having to make more time for you. And he wasn't giving me as much time. I'd be like, oh, come and see me over here. Oh, I'm free on this day. And it's like, well,
Right.
So
You
that
felt there
was-
wasn't an equal level of compromise to
Yeah.
spend
I mean,
quality
initially
time.
I was fine with it because I did care a lot about him. But
I think when you think about it now, you're like,
yeah, as soon as you kind of take a moment and step back and be like, I like you a lot, but there's obstacles here and we need to kind of acknowledge these obstacles.
Yeah.
And if you aren't willing to do that, then this is not the right time for it.
Yeah. So if you like, are you saying that if you like met a guy that you're like, ticks all my boxes, really considerate, has genuine kindness, but also has a level of strength that you admire, would you be like, no, I'm sorry, I'm focused on work right now? Or would you be like, no, I'm willing to embrace it?
I think you've always got to be willing to embrace it.
I think
But-
just see how it goes,
yeah.
I guess. Like,
I never say never. It depends. If I'm busy with work and someone comes along,
yeah.
if they're the right person and you feel it, because you feel when it's a right fit. Like sometimes it takes a little bit of time. Other times it's like, okay, you make time and you see where it goes. You don't like write them off right away.
Yeah.
You're never too busy for work if you get a sense that someone's...
Yeah, if they're right for you.
Yeah.
I get that. That for sure makes sense. I'll be honest, I don't think guys are the same.
Why doesn't that not surprise me?
Yeah, I was like, not even remotely shocked by that.
I think it's like guys will go, oh, she's great long-term potential, but if I'm not ready for that yet, when I am ready, then I'll pursue it. But generally speaking, like time is quite important for guys a lot of the time. And I think sometimes a girl can think it's a rejection of her, but sometimes it's just timing.
Yeah.
No, I think time is very important for both. I mean, I could be wrong, but for me personally, you do factor in timing, but then there's that sense like you get like the spidey senses tingling. If you feel it's the right moment, you kind of say, you know what, give it a go. And if it's not right, it's not right.
Yeah.
But at least you've tried.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's my...
very true.
So you never kind of think, oh, it's because of me. I think you should never think it's because of you. There's a whole load of obstacles why some guy does not go for you.
Yeah. Sometimes you're just not a good match. And
Yeah, exactly.
That's
just
not
how it
anything
is,
wrong
yeah.
with that. Do you know what I mean? What would you say that you feel you know about guys now that you didn't know 5 years ago? Or you're like, nah, nothing. They're still complicated, crazy creatures.
They are. I feel like I've learnt more that they are complicated, to be honest. Like, because before I was like such a relationship person, like I would love it, like, and I've just gone like a 360.
Really? Like,
Yeah.
what's made you do that?
Probably just like past relationships. Like I think because I just like put in my all into it and I never got it back. So now I'm putting all my effort into myself and then not into other people. So yeah.
What do you feel was? You say you feel like it's more complicated as you know. What is it? Anything specific that comes to mind? They're like, I never understood this about this guy, or
I feel like guys lie a lot as well. They tend to lie. I think that's what I struggle with as well because I don't really like lying. I don't lie really.
What do they lie the most about? Have you found?
It's probably like just mostly little things. Like I actually went on a date with a guy and he just lied about his job.
Oh, that's a big thing.
That's a biggie.
To me,
But
that's
like,
a big thing.
But like, yeah, just like things like that. Like just when you go on a date with someone, like you kind of want them to be upfront at the beginning, don't you? So then, because it holds a foundation for the rest of the relationship if you do continue
What was his reasoning behind lying about
Also, do you
the
think we
job?
weren't going to find out?
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the Prime Minister. Don't tell anyone.
That's what I didn't get. Like, yeah, it's weird.
What did he say that he did, and what did he actually do?
I think it was something to do like he said he was like an engineer or something. And then I asked more about like what he would do like day to day, and he goes, "Oh, right, I don't actually do that. Like I work in an office or I do working from home or something." And I was like, "Why didn't you just say it at the beginning?"
Did he even know what he did? It sounds like he's like, I work in an office, I do this.
Yeah, no, probably not.
Oh, so that kind of sounds like because he told you on the same day that he like works from home and does whatever.
So in the beginning, so he does like engineering, but he does like other stuff on the side. But I didn't really like question it because it's quite early on.
Yeah.
And then like maybe a week or so later, I actually like asked a bit more about what he actually does like day to day, and he was like, "Oh, I don't do that anymher. Like I work from home. I do have it as an office job." So I might think it because it's like maybe the money thing, like maybe his wages like gotten lower or something. Maybe something to do with that.
How much do you know? I know you don't speak for all women, but I guess for yourselves and what you know of your girlfriends and stuff, when you talk about your stuff, how much do you guys as women kind of look at what a guy's profession is, and then that kind of impacts whether you think he's kind of eligible or not for you?
Hope you really enjoyed that clip. If you want to watch the full episode where that clip is from, then I want you to click right here where you can watch the full episode. And if you're ready to claim your man today, enroll in my program below, and I'll see you there. Wishing you an amazing day.